Hey you guys, today I am going to show you how to record your screen for free. There's so many times that I get asked this question. How do you do that? How do you share your screen and record you talking at the same time? Or how do you record your video, like not with the screen? How do you do it? And what about when it's just a screen, but you don't want to see the little bubble of your face? This is such a cool app. It's such a cool, I use a plugin called Loom, Loom. There is a different kind of software that you can use that doesn't record your screen, but more for like recording. You could use it to record a video of just you, or use it. This one's better. I'm just going to say this one's better. Unless you're doing something like maybe a podcast interview or some kind of a call situation, you could use Zoom. And I will probably have trainings on that because I love Zoom for doing things. My schedule is full of Zooms right now, getting ready for this online summit that's coming up for women, but more about that to come. For now, we're going to be talking about how to record your screen with Loom. So some of it, because I'm actually recording right now, some of it's going to be a little bit hard to show you exactly, but some of it I can. So the parts that I can't, I'm going to be putting together a little workbook so that you can see, but it's super user-friendly. If you want the workbook, you can just get that down below. There's going to be a link there so you can access that. And then and that will show you the part that I couldn't record, which was how to get started, like how to get on it. One thing that I will say is you do have to be careful about the audio source, because I've done this. Sometimes it just glitches. It has a default setting, which I'll show you kind of in the you can get a better idea of what that looks like in the yeah, no, it won't show in there. You'll get a better idea of that in the in that workbook, because it shows. I took screenshots of everything all my steps as I was getting set up today. But definitely check your settings before you start every video, just because you don't want to rely on the default setting, because it's screwed me a couple times. So just be careful, because you don't want to spend all this time recording this video and then have there be no audio, or have it not have actually been recording, or what have you. One thing to always keep in mind is cameras on computers, webcams, whether they're installed or like a pop on one, like whatever they are. If you are recording, there should be a green light or a blue light that pops up saying, like, so you know you're recording. So if there's not a light, then you may want to check your settings again before, or exit everything out and then open up a new browser, try again before you invest too much time into recording the video. So again, your first video, like do a couple little runs before you want to do your big, serious, long training, or record your webinar, or record your training for your staff, like whatever. Just test it and get familiar before you like really dive in. Just test it a couple times so you know if there's any weird kinks with your system. The way that I do it is I have a laptop in front of me, and the audio just comes from the laptop. Sometimes I do it from my AirPods. But there's honestly very little difference in my experience with my Mac Pro sound speakers and then my AirPods. Like people actually almost say that the computer is like more clear than my AirPods, but maybe it's just a problem with my AirPods. They are getting kind of old. I don't know. But that's how I use it. I use my laptop. I've got a screen there that's different than what you see. And then, so if you are doing a training and you want to have notes, but you don't want them to see the notes and they're digital notes, you could have your and you have a second screen. You could have one screen not being shown in the recording, and that screen could have your notes or whatever you need to look at, if anything at all. I don't look at that one too often because I've got this screen with my light here, and then the webcam is up above. And I'll have to show you a before and after, like the comparison between this webcam quality and the quality of the Mac thing, because it's crazy the difference in quality. And this is not very expensive. So if you're going to be doing, if you need higher quality videos, if you're going to be doing videos often, or if you want them to like, if you want to have them for a longer time, you want a higher quality, like webcams are totally worth it. And I think I have on my blog the equipment. I know I've sent it out to my email list before. I'll have to look and see if I can find that for you. But there is go on my blog. I'm going to write this down for myself. But go on my blog and you should be able to search and find video setup and what that entails. Because it doesn't have to be very expensive. I don't like to get super expensive stuff for this. But we did already have the second screen. That's not necessarily a have to. Like I could easily do it on just my Mac or my laptop with the webcam. But the webcam and the light are kind of game changers. And you'll see in that blog post the like before and after in comparison with the light difference and not a light, and then the webcam and the video, like the standard laptop cam. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, with that being said, so there's going to be a little workbook that you can access, and it has the before parts. I took screenshots of all my steps setting up to record the screen, but I couldn't really show you that part since I am recording my screen. But just check your settings, okay? Check your settings, especially when you're just getting started and trying to figure out how all of your stuff works. But definitely use that workbook if you need to. Okay, so I'll go over here. So you create an account. So I'm gonna move this over here. With the bubble. So with the bubble. Okay, there's three options. So on the workbook, there's a share your screen and talk. So they can see me with this little bubble, and there's three like bubble sizes. This is the medium one right now. And then there's just the screen. So you can be talking and like not be on camera at all, just the talking or just talking behind the screen, showing your screen. And then there's also an option that would be not showing my screen and just this, basically the bubble expanded and then whatever background's behind, just full webcam, like for a webinar or something if you wanted. So those are great. So in Loom, you can have, as of right now, you can have up to 100 recorded videos in there for free, which is amazing because most people are not going to use like 100 videos or more. I think I'm getting close to 100. I like to load mine up to YouTube and back them up somewhere else and then delete them off of here. But you don't have to do that because they make it super easy. So this was a video I recorded, and once it's done recording and loads a little bit, there's a play button and you can watch at different speeds. It tells you quickly how long it is. It automatically collects a title for you, which is kind of awesome. So if I'm recording from, and then you can edit it. Obviously, I've edited this one, but if I'm recording from my Instagram screen, it'll say Instagram and my handle, and then it'll just try to gather information so that if you don't have time right away to go and update that title, it automatically is enough information for you to distinguish like between videos. So that's super, super awesome. Okay, you can download it quickly to your computer. So that's usually what I do is I download it to my computer. And then, eventually I'll have to tell you my system for that later, but download it to my computer, and then you can do whatever with it, or you can just copy the link. If you're not worried about deleting it, and it's not even necessarily a video you're going to have for a long time, a note to someone, you want to send a video or like whatever, you don't want to have it, you're not going to want to have it forever or give it to someone who's going to need access forever, you can copy the link. And it's cool because, you can also add a password so that if someone else got a hold of the link, they couldn't see it without the password. If it was something that was a little more sensitive. And then also you can see who, you can invite people and you can see who watches your video. You can see that people are watching it and when, which is really nice. And that's not something YouTube has. So when it comes to that, like super awesome. You can also embed the video straight into your website. Lots of cool things there. You can duplicate the video, you can delete it, you can share it. And then also you can share it with the link right there. And then you can organize the videos. You can also trim it. There's settings. What are the settings? This is just for people. If you watch it from Loom, can people make comments and email notifications, that kind of thing. Show analytics to viewer, you can hide that. Viewer can download, you can turn that off so that they can't download it. But say you wanted your assistant to download it and put it somewhere, then you would want them to be able to download it. You could just send them the link. You don't have to download it to your computer and then send it over and then they download it also. You could just send them the link and then let them handle it in your workflow from there. Okay, so then also, we'll get out of there. Add the password trim, super easy. Oh yeah, I was going to show you how to organize it. So you can create, so I have 83 videos right now, which is kind of crazy because I delete them a lot, but whatever. So easily make a new video, and you can create a new folder. So this is like a Tuesday training videos, and you can do that. I record a lot of videos for my clients, like when I do their evaluations. I do everything in video so that they can see what I'm seeing and all of that. So they can see me talking to them, but there's also the detail of, hello, there's their profile or whatever that we're digging into. So the training is just more efficient that way, I think. But see, even from here, you get a quick link. You can delete videos easily. You can share them, and you can create tons of folders. You can even do a new public folder. So if you wanted to do some kind of if you wanted to have a collection of videos in a folder that you could share that people could all watch, like a company training, if you wanted to make a public folder with the updates for the year or discussing the goals or whatever it is, and you wanted everyone to be able to access that, easy. Loom is so great for it. Okay, so lots of options. It's easy to keep them organized, easy to share. I've got lots of different folders. And then at the end, when you're done with your video, so there's next to the bubble, and I'll take a screenshot of this too, but next to the bubble is a little menu, and there's an X, and if you hit the X, it'll stop your video right away and then ask you if you want to cancel. And when you cancel it, it does not save the video. So this is like when you start talking and then you're like, that's not going to be a good one. Not even worth saving. Delete. So you just hit XX, done. Out of the way. You don't have to go in and delete all these crappy videos that have started off on the wrong foot. And so then there's a pause. So if I'm recording and my kids come running in or the doorbell rings and the dog is freaking out, I can hurry and pause it and then resume. Okay, and then resume when the time's ready, which sometimes looks a little bit weird. But it's better than editing video. I'm not big on editing the video unless it's like a huge mess up, because that's not real. And the whole point of the video part is the personableness, being personable makes it feel like real life when you can, and you're really talking to a person and really seeing how it works, so I don't edit video a lot. Also, I don't really know how, and I don't really want to listen except for snipping the tops. I'm sure it's not that hard, but I get obsessive a little too easy and don't need to dabble anymore. But maybe later on down the road. Okay, so there's the cancel button is the red X. There's and you'll get this in the workbook if you want that. The pause button, if you just want to pause where you're at, hurry, resolve a situation, and then come right back and resume. Or there's a green check mark, and you can click the green check mark, and then it's done. And your video is saved how it is, and then it will just upload and then take you to that screen that we started at originally, which looks basically like this. And then it usually takes about, and I feel like this is on all platforms with video, it takes that was probably a little, but when you hit download, it takes some time to download. The longer your video is, if you have a 45-minute, hour-long video, then it's going to take a while or a few minutes to download. This video is 16 minutes. It was pretty quick to download, but it wasn't available to download right away. And so I knew it was available to download when this little box was available. So I hope that's super helpful. I hope you'll try out Loom. It's free. It's a Google Chrome plugin. So if you don't use Chrome, then you're gonna wanna, because Chrome does a lot of great things. I use Chrome in a lot of parts of my business. So that's about it. Thank you guys. Check out the workbook for all the other details that we're missing as far as the setup and those weird settings that you have to be careful of. Hope you guys love Loom. Let me know how you're using it.